ever see the video of Obama flashing a bunch of flight attendants his erect dick through his pants?
What?
That's an actual video. And it's funny because the flight attendants got mad as hell at him. Like, well, not him, but there was a woman walking in front of him. She was taking her sweet ass time. They're like, "Get out of the way, Betsy!" And he like has his leg up, showing his erect dick to a bunch of flight attendants. Welcome to the show, everyone.
Oh my god! How the fuck? I can never top your intros. I just can't. Laura just comes out with something. She's like, "Do you think Sonic shits?" And then it's like, I'm done for the rest of the day.
Well, I heard about that yesterday, and I'm like, it's an actual video. I looked it up, and I was like, holy shit.
Wait, so he flashed like his actual dick?
Well, it was through his pants. You could see like his bulge through his pants.
What? I mean, but it was really his dick, though.
Yeah, it was him on a plane talking on a phone, and there was a bunch of flight attendants looking. It's seriously, look, I'll put it in the description.
Okay.
It like, I was dying laughing. I was like, whoa, it's getting a little hard for those flight attendants.
What the fuck? Is Obama part of the Mile High Club?
Well, probably, I don't know.
Oh, God.
Anyway, welcome to the show.
Welcome back, everyone.
This is going to be interesting today.
I know. I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck are we even going to talk about?
I know.
Because I feel like we've been kind of harping on like the same shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to harp on the same shit again. But we were talking about it the other day, and we were like, oh, concert stories.
Yeah.
So, and not just, just like one time I got punched in the face. No, like, just...
We'll just talk about concerts in general.
In general.
Some stories, and this will probably be like a 2-part episode, not in a row, but we'll probably revisit it at some point.
Yeah.
We're only 26, but the amount of shows we've been to in the last 10 to 12 years is incredible.
I mean, it's a lot.
So, though we haven't really gone to concerts the last couple of years, but it's okay.
Well, because stuff, we'll talk about that later, too. Just stuff happening or whatever.
Yeah.
But, so back to Obama's dick.
Yeah, it's an actual video. I'll have to show you later.
Christ almighty, Lauren.
And, like, they literally got pissed at this woman for taking her sweet-ass time walking back to her seat because they couldn't see his dick.
My God.
And, like, you just see the outline. Obama's packing.
Well, of course he is. Look at him. Oh, you need a big dick to satisfy Michelle. She's a fucking Amazonian.
Wow. Are you talking about her arms or just her in general?
Her in general. She's like 8 feet tall, isn't she?
I don't know. She's tall. She's probably our height.
Oh.
Because we're tall.
Well, yeah. Anyway, we're not going to go down that road.
No.
Because my dad just recently, subscribed to the podcast, and I'm like, now I feel like he's just going to hear all the horrible shit that you and I say.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad. My mom doesn't even know what a podcast is, but my dad downloaded the app.
Yeah. Well, no, he made us download the app. He's like, show me how to do this.
Oh, yeah.
So we did.
Does anyone else ever, have any, experience with having to help someone with something that they know zero things about?
Ugh.
Because I feel like that's only happened to me once in my entire life, and it was when the one time I tried to play guitar. I do not understand it.
Yeah.
I have tried. I know how to read music, and I know stuff about music, but I cannot for the life of me play guitar. My hands just will not let me. If anyone wants to teach me, you're talking about, it's like teaching a 3-year-old how to play. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like when my dad uses an iPhone, it's the same thing. He's like, what am I pressing? Where do I go? And I'm like, here, let me show you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. I cannot play guitar for the life of me.
I used to play guitar, but then people in my life discouraged me from it, and then I stopped. That and piano. And I think I mentioned it in another podcast, but I really want to, start learning how to play again.
What? Both?
Yeah, both.
You should.
More so piano. It's guitar takes... I have a pretty good idea of piano, and guitar takes a long time to, learn properly.
Yeah.
And I'm I don't have the fucking time.
I understand.
So, Oh, your phone just lit up and it distracted me.
I'm sorry. Who? It's not important.
Okay.
Of course. But at least there's no motorcycles today.
Well, not yet.
Knock on wood.
So, yeah.
There's no wood near me.
Yeah. Unless it's Obama, then he's got wood near you.
I knew that was coming. Ha! Another one.
But it blew my mind, dude. Like, I saw the former president's dick.
Well, there's a first time for everything, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure, like, there's Bill Clinton naked on the internet, so.
Well, he was naked on Family Guy.
Oh, yeah. He's singing It's a Fine Day to Be Nude.
Yes. I loved that.
Playing the saxophone. It's my aesthetic.
Oh, man. So bear with us. It's already been like a week.
I know.
And it's just going to get busier. So.
I know.
I feel like the next, like week and a half, we're busy.
I know.
So, we're going to have a new episode coming out, I promise. It's just, I don't know if it's going to meet up to standard because we're just going to be so, like, not rushed, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. We tired,
though.
Yeah. Exhausted.
Because Laura and I plan on moving soon. And
hopefully within the next year.
Hopefully. And, we need to, like, downsize a lot.
Yeah.
Because, like I mentioned, I'm a collector, and I have so much shit. Mm-hmm. Like, so much shit. And I need to go through a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because, I collect dolls, and I have, like artwork and, I have a lot of, like, t-shirts and, like, clothes and shit. And,
yeah.
I have too much stuff. Press 1 if you would like to buy my shit. That I don't want, that is.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. We need to take, like, literally a week to do it because we cannot do it in a day.
I know.
It's just too much stuff. So that's what I'm going to be. If I get lost in my closet, I will remember you all fondly and thank you for listening to this podcast.
Yeah. I know. The closet's going to be a fucking nightmare.
Especially because we want to dig out. We have an NES somewhere in that closet.
Yeah.
And it's like when I mean it's piled underneath stuff, I don't mean like, oh, it's just kind of wedged in. I mean, there is literally like pounds of stuff in that closet on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, we need to remove all the stuff to get to it. All the things.
It's going to be a fucking nightmare.
It is going to be a nightmare.
Oh, it's going to suck so bad.
I know.
Even just thinking about it, I already have fucking agita.
I know, because we kind of, spring cleaning is coming late for us.
Yeah. It's almost summer.
It's almost summer.
Like, it's like a late spring, early summer clean.
Yeah. So we're going to have to do that soon. That's going to be exciting. Help.
Suck.
If you would like to help us, I will pay you handsomely with Oreos and
whatever alcoholic beverage that you would like.
Yes.
Just one, though, because we're trying to save up for a house. So.
Yeah.
Girl, I can't be affording alcohol and, like, food right now.
I can't even afford to pay someone to help me clean.
I know.
But, yeah, we, a lot of shit to do.
I know.
And, like, zero time.
I can't even think about it.
I can't either. So that's why we're going to talk about concerts and shows that we've been to, and not even just like music, but like other things that we've attended to. Like a couple years ago we went and saw Game Grumps live, and that was really fun.
Oh my god. That was a great day.
Yes, that was a really good day. So it'll be like stuff like that too, just like events and things that we've been to. You know, conventions aren't really like concerts, but we've been to conventions where like they had concerts going on at the same time.
Yeah. Which I think we touched on in another episode too. But
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be, we have a lot of stories. There's probably some concerts I can't even remember.
I know.
Because we've been to so, like, we used to go to a lot of local shows. There's so many that I went to, I don't even remember.
Yeah. If anybody remembers like the Whitney House, that place.
Yeah.
We've been there and like, you know, just like some really sketchy like places to see people.
Yeah. I have a pile actually in my desk of concert tickets that I saved.
Stop.
I do.
Seriously?
I know. Because
Why?
I'm like, if I don't save it, I'm going to forget. And I'm sure I didn't even save all of them. I have a vast majority of the concerts we went to.
You know what's weird? I have a lot of movie tickets saved.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know why. Because,
From, like, the third time we saw the Avengers.
Yeah. No, I have one from, when we saw, what was the Star Wars that came out in 2015? Force Awakens?
Yeah.
I have a ticket from that. And then I have, I don't know. What the hell was that? Oh, God. It's one of the cats tried to get in. No, you can't come in here. What the fuck was I just saying? Oh, movie tickets. And I have one from, like, Black Mass.
Mm-hmm.
I have, like, ones from, like, I don't know, like, years ago. Like, when I think the second or third Harry Potter movie came out. You could barely tell what the ticket says. It just says, Ha Po. That's
Ha Po?
Ha Po. The rest of it is faded. But, like...
Does it have the date on it, at least?
I don't know. I think it just says Ha Po.
Oh, good. So, like, everything else is gone?
Yeah.
But you know it's Harry Potter.
Yes. So, yeah. I save a lot of stuff, which is why we need to downsize very badly.
I know.
Because some of it, well, I would say about 60% of it can go in the trash.
Yeah.
Like, I have a lot of, like, magazines and shit and, like, stuff, like, magazines that don't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. We need to clean.
I know.
Need to clean it very badly. She's still meowing out there.
I don't know.
Lord have mercy. I'm sorry. If it's not motorcycles, it's cats.
I know.
That want to get in, but we can't have them in here because we have all these cords and stuff everywhere, and we don't want them to,
chew it. Because they like to chew things.
If anyone owns a cat, you know how destructive they can be sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why they're not allowed.
Especially two cats.
Yes. They're not allowed upstairs because we have a lot of, like, valuable stuff.
Yeah. Well, one of them doesn't really come upstairs. The other one tries to, and we have to keep the doors closed now.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, she gets in, and I'm like, the hell out of here.
I know. Last night, I went downstairs to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. Because you ever get woken up by your own bladder, and it's like, hey, bitch.
Yeah.
What's up? And, like, I came upstairs, and she was, like, on my bed. I'm like, can you just I'm like, I gotta go to bed. And I yelled at her. I'm like, get down. I'm like, get down from there. But, yeah. Life with two cats is fun.
Yeah. We recently just acquired a second cat.
Yeah.
So.
Not willingly, but she's here.
Yeah.
So. And then when we move, we'll have 0 cats, and it's going to be fucking weird.
Oh my God.
Because
we won't have to feed them.
I know. Well, because we wanted to take our boy cat Frost we've had for like years. And we wanted to take him with us, but he's like so terrified of everything.
Yeah.
And he's like comfortable here, so we don't want to take him away from where he's comfortable. Plus he's like attached to my mom at the hip. So we don't want to like take him away.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm going to miss him so much,
I
but
know.
It would be selfish of us to take him because, we want him and make him adjust to a whole new environment. And then, like, you and I are probably going to travel more and do more things anyways.
Yeah.
So, because we'll be able to afford it finally. And, who's going to watch him?
I know.
Where we move to, we're not going to be near a lot of, like, friends and family and stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's better to just not have pets for now.
I know.
We can always come back and see him.
Yeah. But he'll still be, he'll be in a good home.
Yeah.
It's not like we're shipping him off to a shelter or anything. I would never.
God help
never
me.
in my life. So.
Unless the shelter is, like, super good, I would never do it.
Same.
But we have rescued both of our cats. Yes. Every pet we've ever had is a rescue.
Yep. I've never bought an animal or, from, like, a pet store or mall or something.
Yeah.
I won't. It's like, nope, I'm going to take... I'm going to take this little guy.
Yeah. So cute. Well, we didn't physically rescue Frost. He was given to us by friends who rescued him.
Yes.
So technically he was a rescue.
Yes. He was not, we did not purchase him.
No. Because they were going to give him to a shelter and we're like, hold on there. We'll take him.
We'll take him. And then we had to pay $1 million to get him neutered. So that was fun.
Yeah. Well, at least the second cat we had now, she was already neutered. Someone abandoned her near our house. Which
horrible.
Is really sad. And she came into our driveway just looking for food and stuff. And then she ended up living in our garage for like over a year until one day a possum came in through, because my grandpa drilled a hole into the garage for her so she could get in and out. And a possum got in and, like, attacked her, almost. So we brought her in the house. And here we are.
Yeah. So, cats are fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate when people are like, oh, cats are better than dogs. The dogs are better than cats. It's like, how about just like animals, for fuck's sake? I mean, I love dogs. You and I grew up around dogs, too.
Yeah.
My aunt had dogs. We couldn't have them around here because where we live, it's not safe.
Yeah.
That's why our cats
we don't have, like,
cats.
a fenced-in backyard. And
it's a main road.
yeah.
So, clearly, with all the fucking motorcycles that drive up and down.
Yeah.
So, my aunt had 2, like, labs growing up. And
yeah.
they're, like, the best dogs. I love
my God.
those
If
dogs.
I was going to get a dog, I would shell out the money for a lab.
Same.
Honest to God. They're like a child.
Yes. They are so, like, well-behaved for the
Yeah.
most part. Like, well, the one that was a pure lab. There was one that was a lab and a Great Dane mix.
Yeah, so she was just like a bigger lab.
She was a huge dog. Like, she stood on her back legs. She was, like, as tall as me.
Yeah.
And I'm, like, almost 6 feet tall. So, yeah, she, the one dog, her name was Carly.
Yeah.
I love Carly. She was such a
she
good
was the
dog.
best.
She never made a noise unless she wanted to go outside. She would bark once. And if she wanted food, she would bark once. And I'm like, all right.
Or if you told her to speak, she would bark once.
Yes.
So she'd bark once to go outside, bark once to come inside, bark when you gave her a treat, or bark when she was hungry. Just one time.
Yes.
And that's how you knew. You're like, oh, okay, I'll give you food.
Yep.
And it was only like once a day, too, that she would just like bark for food.
Yes.
Oh my God, she was the best. Otherwise, she just wanted to sit at your feet all day and just be there and like be chill.
And if you walked by her when she was sleeping, you would hear that tail from like 6 miles away.
Yeah, it would hit the floor.
It was like drilling a hole in the floor. She was so excited.
Yeah.
What a great dog.
I know. I miss that dog.
I miss her too. Send us pictures of your pets.
Yeah, please. I want to see your pets.
Even if they're not a cat or a dog, we would like to see your pet, please.
We're not petist?
Petist.
Yeah.
We are not against any pets.
Yeah.
Even if you have, like, snakes and stuff like that, I would love to see your pet.
I know.
Or, like, I know someone... Who is it that I know that has a bearded dragon? Or not a bearded dragon. What the fuck am I saying? Jesus Christ. A lizard. God almighty.
Bearded dragon's huge.
I know. That's why.
Is that what I'm thinking of? They're like... They look like dinosaurs, except they're not. You know those big... Or is it Komodo dragon?
That's a Komodo dragon, Lauren.
Oh, what's a bearded dragon?
That's not what I was thinking of. It's a lizard.
Oh.
So I know. So it's iguana. Jesus Christ. We got there. It was an iguana. One of my friends has an iguana.
It's a lizard. It's a dragon. No, it's an iguana.
I couldn't think of the name for it. So, yeah, that thing is cool looking.
Yeah.
So I would like to see all of your pets. Every
Yeah.
single one. Send us pictures. Spam us. DM me. Please.
DM both of us.
Yes.
Anywhere.
You could DM the Gemini Archives on Instagram. That's at the Gemini Archives.
Also on Facebook and Twitter at the Gemini Archives.
Or email us, thegeminiarchives@gmail.com.
You actually, I forgot we have an email. You can actually email us if you want to.
If you have any inquiries, like business inquiries, please send us an
This
email.
is episode 7, and we're like just now. Oh yeah, by the way.
You know what, fam? It hasn't come up yet, so...
I should probably start putting that in the descriptions because I have it.
Lauren.
I know I have to.
Lauren!
I know, I'm sorry.
Get your shit together.
Okay. I have to remember to do that.
I know, I'm kidding. But, yeah. Pets, man.
I know.
How did we get from... What the fuck were we talking
the
about?
cat was meowing outside the door.
Oh, that's right. And now she's not, so I'm assuming she went to bed.
Yeah. She's probably just being needy.
Yeah.
I heard a boom, though, so something must have fell over.
Oh, God.
Just like...
I'm gonna have to go see what the fuck that's about.
I know.
Pain in the ass.
Great.
Anyway.
We're gonna go to a break.
Yes.
So.
Oh, yeah. This is the part with the music, right?
Yes. Megan, we've been doing this for 7 episodes.
Oh, and you know what? I still never... Oh, Jesus. That's gonna sound like shit. I'm so sorry. That was totally an accident. I never come prepared.
Yeah. I actually have a song today.
You know what? I do have a song.
Okay.
And I'm so angry. I meant to do this like weeks ago when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Former member of Desolate passed away. Todd. I don't know how to say his last name properly. I'm not going to try and say it because I don't want to butcher his name. But Todd passed away. I don't know what happened. It was kind of unexpected. It really bummed me out. And he was on the demos for Desolate, and like I went back and I listened to them recently because I'm like, oh my god, I used to listen to those all the time. And so that's what I've been listening to a lot of lately. And this one, I'll put in one of the songs from their demo. This one's for Todd. And
R.I.P. Todd.
R.I.P. I'm sorry you had to go so soon.
Yeah.
On a somber note. But yeah, I've been listening to that a lot. So that demo specifically. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Scourge of Sanity, something to that effect.
Yeah.
And if I fucked it up, I'm so sorry. I'm an asshole. But, you know, rest in peace, Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll put that in here somewhere. You'll hear it.
Cool.
It'll be right here. Thanks, Lord, for your enthusiasm. Is that like, have we peaked as a podcast? Just cool.
Well...
But, yeah.
All right.
I know, sorry, kind of a sad note, but I meant to do that, like, weeks ago when it happened. I think it happened, like, the beginning of June, end of May.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. So, yeah, so this one's for you, Todd. Desolate, some song here. I haven't decided which one yet. But I wish I could just put in the whole fucking demo, but I don't want this to be a 10-hour podcast, so.
Yeah, please. Just go buy it or download it or whatever.
Acquire it somehow.
Yeah.
Go hit up one of the dudes, be like, hey, give me that shit, please. But, alright, here's Desolate, and we're gonna go take a break. We're gonna go see what the fuck our fur children want.
Yeah.
And
we'll give you an update in a second.
Yes, we'll update you in a minute.
Okay, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back. And we're back.
Update on the cat thing.
She just wanted attention.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
The second we go downstairs, she's like, oh, so nice to see you. I'm like, bitch.
She like rubs... This cat, she like bangs her head against things.
Yeah.
Like really hard. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I know. And then she like rubs her whole head on my foot and it tickles.
I know. She likes to rub toes.
I know. Weirdo.
Yeah. Anyway,
let's
get into concert stories and
Yay!
Concerts and stuff.
Well, as we mentioned before, Laura and I have been going to shows for a very long time.
Since we were 11, I want to say.
Yeah, for more than half our lives. You know, we started young because our dad is big into, like, music, metal and stuff like that, so. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I just drank a ton of water and I'm going to be, like, burping like crazy.
I know.
I'm so sorry. So, you know, we did, like, bigger shows when we were younger and stuff, like...
Yeah, like, my first concert, as in Lauren, my first concert...
Lauren, hello, hi.
...was Lenny Kravitz when I was, like, 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
But Megan's first concert...
I went to, like, some pop-punk show.
Good Charlotte and Something Corporate.
Yeah. And another band.
Yeah.
Messed.
Because I didn't want to go, but so Megan and my dad went.
Yeah, my dad took me to a pop-punk show.
Yeah.
because I was like, ooh, this is close. And
It was Providence.
close enough. I'm sorry. So I'm like, ooh, I want to go. And it was very different from other shows I've gone to since.
Mm-hmm.
It's even to this day, I'm like, it's so funny how like different crowds are and different people. And like, because I've been to like shows where there's like 12 people, if you even want to call it a show, you know, and I've been to other things where it's like thousands and thousands of people.
Like
you know.
stadium shows.
Yeah, like stadium shows and outside things or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's so funny how like each one has like a different dynamic, but everyone seems to like, for the most part, acts exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like a total asshole. No, I shouldn't say it. There are people that are pretty cool, but it depends on what your location is. Because I feel like the further north you go, the more obnoxious the people are.
Yeah.
Like, and especially like where we live, yeah, people could be a little obnoxious.
Yeah, in the Northeast, it's like, well, it's mainly Jersey and like Philly that get the
rowdy crowds. Yeah.
in some parts of New York and Boston, but
Yeah. Even like I listen to a lot of like comedian like podcasts and stuff like that, and all the comedians say like those areas usually have like the, you know, the people that heckle the most.
yeah,
And
especially Philly.
yeah.
God help me.
I love you, Philly. I love Philly and people from there. They are just the best.
Yeah.
But you know, so it was weird because we went to a lot of shows like in New England basically, and yeah, it depends too, like on the who's playing or whatever. And I feel like here's the funny thing, like the more mainstream the band is, like the more assholey people are. You know what I mean? Like, because I went to, oh God, what was it? I'm trying to think of what show this was. I don't remember for the life of me. It was at the casino. It was, oh, you know what it was? It was when we went and saw, excuse me, Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh, yeah.
And it was for free. It was like a free show that they played at the casino, it was insane.
Because the way the casino is, they have their own, area for like shows that's just right in the middle of the casino.
Yeah.
And it's basically first come, first serve to get in to watch. But if you're not sitting down and watching, you could just watch from like around.
Yeah, like you
know?
could go stand around and look
Yeah.
in still. And yeah, it was when we saw Blue Oyster Cult, I've never seen so many like angry white women in my entire life.
Oh my God.
And it's like, you don't even look like you've listened to a song from this band.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you even doing here? It's like, I'm pretty sure they just want to fucking sit down for a while.
Well, I know.
It's like, bitch, sit at a fucking slot machine.
Well, that's what I'm
You know?
saying.
Like, those people were so fucking unbearable to be around. And then there was like the white women that got too drunk. And we're like, oh, yeah, I love this song, Godzilla, man. And you're just like, fucking kill me.
And you have to walk away.
Oh,
It's just
God.
Like, fucking, I can't.
Because we managed to get in.
Yeah.
But then we ended up leaving because the people in there were so, like I couldn't even enjoy myself.
Most of the people in there were like 4 drinks deep at that point.
Yeah.
So no one was sitting down, even though there were seats. And it's like, what's the point?
I know. Like almost everyone in there was like half in the bag already. And you're just like, God. And I was, I had a couple drinks. A couple. Like 2. Literally 2. And I was like feeling like nice and loose. And I'm like, oh, I love this band. And I wasn't like screaming my head off and, shouting, play Godzilla! The one song she fucking knew.
It's like every metal show ever, you get the Slayer guy.
Fucking Slayer. It's like, please.
Or Freebird. It's like, Freebird! Like, fucking shut up. No one's playing Freebird.
Well, Slayer's the new Freebird.
Yeah.
I haven't heard Freebird in a long time. Everyone's like, fucking Slayer. And I'm like, please stop. You all know how I feel about Slayer.
I know.
But, and it's like Blue Oyster Cult, like this mellow, like for the most part, they're like a pretty mellow band.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect them to have just the craziest crowd ever.
Yeah.
I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like the casino people are the worst.
I know.
But then it's like, I've been to shows where it's like, it's not as packed and they're like in a tiny ass bar or something. And it's like, everyone's like pretty cool, and they just kind of like keep to, they don't like They're not like in your fucking face trying to start a fight, fucking getting reckless, you know? They're just like there to watch the fucking band.
Well, it's because the difference is the people that go to those giant like arena type shows or whatever, they're not concert people. They don't know concert etiquette. They don't know how to like behave. They're just there to have a good time and just like ruin it for everyone else.
Yeah, and like, you know, people spilling beer on you and fucking, they don't give a shit. It's like horrible. And like, remember that one guy pissed on you at a show?
Oh yeah, we went and saw Soundgarden the day I graduated from college. Like I got my associate's degree. We went to go see Soundgarden, and a guy pissed on me in the middle of the pit, and I didn't notice until I went to the bathroom. I didn't even feel it. It was so gross.
I know, Lauren. We had to like get a towel for her. We had to ask someone for a towel because she like reeked of piss.
Yeah,
it was horrible.
Ugh. I actually washed my pants with, like, soap in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Just so I didn't, like, smell. And thank God I had, like, spray with me.
Yeah.
Or, no, I had to borrow someone's spray. I'm like, does anyone here have perfume? And some, like, nice woman gave me just, like, it was a nice smelling perfume. It was, like, vanilla-y or whatever. And I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
Oh, I mean, some people are just fucking horrible. And
I know.
I've had dudes like try to start fights with me at shows before. And,
I know. They're just the fucking worst. That same show, that dude tried to start a fight with you.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I wasn't even doing anything. And this guy's like trying to push me out of the way, so I fucking pushed him back. I'm like, don't put your fucking hands on me. And then he got in my face. And I'm like, hit me. Watch what happens. Although the fucking security people there were so fucking retarded, they didn't even know what the hell was happening.
I know.
You know?
That place is the worst.
That place was horrible. I'm never going back there.
If you go to a show at the casino, they are on top of you like a fly on shit. Their security is so tight, they can handle a situation in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Literally. There's a fight going on, they take that person out so fast.
That's why I don't mind bar shows, because nobody fucks with you there.
Yeah.
Unless you have a personal vendetta against them or something, like it's somebody you know.
Yeah. Usually it's in the parking lot.
Yeah, usually it's like drunk people are like trying to fucking like beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You know? I've never had that problem at a show like that before. It's always been like major shows or like major like places like at festivals and shit.
Yeah,
where
always.
I've gotten into fights. Like,
because like I said, it's people who don't go to concerts all the time. So when someone bumps into them by accident, they lose their fucking mind. It's like, it's a concert. There are thousands of people here.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, what do you
someone's
think is
gonna
bump
into you?
Like, I remember I literally punched a guy in the back of the head.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what show we were at, but I think we saw Cannibal Corpse or something.
I think it was... That was also a festival.
Yeah, it was like I was just tired. I was already pissed because, like, I had to wait, like, half an hour just to get a beer. You know, there was just too many fucking people there, and I was just agitated.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm standing there, and it's like I'm pretty close to the stage. This fucking guy literally grabs me by the shoulders and moves me and stands, like, right where I was standing. So I punched him. I just lost it. I'm like, I don't even care at this point.
Oh, and then he, like, left.
Yeah, because he put his hands on me, so I fucking punched him. And, like...
Yeah, and we're friends with the security at that place, so they didn't do anything. They told the guy to get out.
Yeah, they were like, dude... Well, because they saw him... He, like, it wasn't just, like, a nudge. He literally, like, 2 hands grabbed me, like, lobster clawed me, and picked me up and physically moved me. So, that was annoying.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, otherwise, we don't really, like... We just gotta keep to ourselves,
yeah.
You know?
Well, now we've learned, for when we were kids... You know, not kids, but like teenagers going to shows and stuff. Do not ever, and this is for metal shows specifically that we're talking about. The majority of these are metal shows. Do not ever try to get front row center. You're gonna fucking get crushed to death by people.
Like bigger shows.
You can feel out the show and know it's like gonna be kind of mellow and no one's really gonna fuck with you, then go for it. Otherwise, stay to the sides because, goddamn. You're going to get pummeled to death if you're in the middle.
Also, don't ever take a drink from someone you don't know.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't believe how many people still do that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember we went and I think we saw Enslaved or something, like, years ago.
It was Cannibal Corpse and Enslaved.
Yeah, and...
At the House of Blues.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was someone else with them.
Oh, I think it was Aeon. Cannibal Corpse and Aeon.
Oh, was that the show? I thought it was
that show.
Because we saw Enslaved a different time. I thought it was that one.
No, I'm sorry.
Anyway, it was some House of Blues show, and
Yeah.
this dude fucking walks up to me. He's like, "Oh, I bought you a beer," and I'm like, "That's fine." I'm like, "I'm not gonna drink it." He's like, "Oh, come on." You can tell he's like tanked.
Yeah.
He's like, "Come on, take my fucking beer," and I'm like, "No."
I would have taken it and threw it at his face.
Yeah, and I'm like, "I'm not fucking taking." I think I knocked it out of his hand. I was like, "Fuck your beer." I'm like, "I'm not taking that shit from you." I'm like, because it wasn't like I mean, even still, you could still, roofie someone through a can, but it was like a regular beer or whatever, like in a cup. I'm like, I ain't gonna fuck with that today.
Unless you're there with the person, do not take a drink from someone.
Yes. So.
And by there with a person, I mean a friend, a trusted friend, or family member, or whoever you're with.
Yeah.
Do not take a drink from anyone else. Literally. Because
Dude.
I've had so many girlfriends tell me stories of how they got roofied at concerts, and it's just like, you wouldn't even believe how often it still happens.
Yeah, it's like, oh, because I was already drunk and I just want another beer. It's like, well, use your head, stupid,
Or if you're gonna have someone buy you a beer, watch them buy it for you.
Yeah.
Watch them physically walk up to the fucking bar, get the beer, and hand it to you. And if you don't have eyes on them while they're buying the beer, don't fucking take it.
Yeah.
Don't even risk it.
I will always go and buy my own drinks. Even when someone offers to buy me one, I will politely decline. I'll be like, no thanks.
Like I said, unless it's a very trusted friend or family member, do not fucking take it from anyone else.
Yeah.
Just don't.
The only two people, actually it's three people. One of my friends bought me a beer at a show once, and it was fine. One of my guy friends, because I've known him for years and years.
Yeah.
And my dad has bought me a beer, obviously, and my boyfriend at the time. So otherwise, no.
The only times like I let people buy me drinks is when I was watching them buy me a drink, and I know they didn't fuck with it.
Yeah.
So otherwise,
yeah,
just don't do it. Don't take it from anyone. Literally, please don't.
Yeah, because you know what? I sound like a hypocrite, but when I was like 16, I did do that once. I took a drink from a stranger, and it was laced with fucking something.
Well, I did too. We did this. That's why we're saying this, because it happened to us at a festival.
Yeah.
And
we didn't know any better. We were like, oh, cool, free booze. And
first of all, we were underage, didn't have a fucking drinking bracelet on. We could have got kicked out for life.
We could have gotten arrested.
Yeah.
But, we took a drink from some dude, and it wasn't a roofie, though, because I didn't pass out, but I certainly felt, like, weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what he put in there. It was something.
Could have been some type of, like, shroom or something.
I mean, can you put that in beer? I don't think so. It was something.
Or, like, some kind of pill.
It was something.
But it wasn't enough to knock me out, but it was enough to make me, like, question my existence.
Yeah. I was, like, gone mentally. I don't even know where I was. And I remember we were watching Marilyn Manson, of all people.
Oh, this is Mayhem Fest, then.
Yeah.
Mayhem Fest, like, 2009.
Yeah. We were just like, oh. Because I want to see Marilyn Manson. I'm a big fan. Fight me.
We started dancing. We don't dance.
I know.
That's how I do something
That's
wrong.
how fucked up we were. Yeah. I know. And quick side note, save your opinions. I love Marilyn Manson. If you agree, cool. And if you don't, that's fine. But
it's like me with Slipknot, too. Like, I like them still. And if you don't agree, you don't have to agree.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear it.
I've always loved Manson. I just always liked how different he was and how cool he kind of was. Now, not so much.
Yeah. He does have stage presence, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah. He's not the best vocalist in the world, but it's just fun to see him live.
Yeah.
But whatever. You know what I mean. So, yeah, don't ever do that. Like, you know.
Please.
Just, like, take it from me. It's not fun. I got really sick the next day.
Yeah, me too.
So, and I was sunburned on top of it.
Oh, yeah, because we were outside.
Oh, that fucking sucked.
Oh.
Dude. I don't get sunburned often, but when I do, it's like,
it's bad.
It's so bad.
It's like dog dick red.
It's still one of my favorites. Could that be the next Crayola box?
Dog dick red?
Dog dick red. It would be like that red.
Yeah.
No, it would be like redder than that. And for that, I'm talking about the reed, the sound capture like color is like red.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fucking red.
It's like fluorescent red. Literally. It's like the red guy from Cow and Chicken. Just like red.
The red guy.
Yeah.
I miss him.
I know. What happened to the red guy? I wonder how he's doing.
I know. What happened to Cow and Chicken and their pork butts?
Okay. Pork butts actually looked kind of good.
Why do they kind of look appetizing?
Yeah.
Is that why we all grew up to like eat ass when we were adults?
Or just pork. Who knows? God, Megan.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, back to concerts.
Yes.
Yeah, so take that advice, please.
Yes.
And we were never like big moshers either.
No.
I think I got caught in a mosh. Not like the song, but I think I did get caught in a mosh pit like one time and I hated it. I don't like to be pushed around like that. Like, I just want to actually see them play and like enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, I know some people fucking just live to tear people up in a pit, but I'm not one of those people. But I enjoy standing on the outside of a pit and pushing people into it because I'm probably a sadist. But
watching other people get fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. And I've had to do that before, though. Like, my guy friends that I'm there with, they're like, oh, hold my shit while I go mosh. And I'm like, I have like 4 phones and a pair of
what
sunglasses.
am I, your mule?
Yeah,
fuck you.
Because we have purses. They just want us to throw all their shit in our purse. It's like, my purse is an endless pit of crap.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, you're not my boyfriend. I'm not doing you that favor.
Yeah, it's like, don't put your shit in my purse because I'm not going to be able to find it.
Yeah.
I have a lock in my purse that I still can't find, but I know it's in there.
Yeah.
You know? My purse is like, I have to downsize my purse.
I downsize my purse and it's still too big for what I need.
Yeah.
I need one that's literally like this big across.
Yeah.
And for anyone that's wondering, it's the size, like the length of my iPhone, which is about like 4 or 5 inches. Yeah. I need it this big to fit all my shit.
I did get a smaller purse for shows and shit, but...
Although, speaking of holding stuff, can I just tell you?
Sure.
I got legitimately like angry one time because actually this is the last show he played before he passed away. My boyfriend Chris was in a band called Martyrvore, and it was the last show that they played together. It was he passed away February 2016, and this was August 2015. And you know, he had to go on and play, and he's like, can you hold my phone, can you hold my keys, can you hold my shit? And I'm like, sure. Let me just be your fucking pack mule. I'm like, I'll just hold all your shit. It's the only time I ever held like anything, and I didn't complain about it. But like, he literally had to go on stage, so I'm like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
But that's like the last time I've done that for someone, because after that, and I'm like, no, I'm not holding your shit.
Yeah.
Because I can't even keep track of my own shit. You know?
I know.
Let alone someone else's.
I know, me either. But I know.
The worst.
Like, my ex and I went to, like, one show. Only one in all the years that we dated. Because it was long distance, so we didn't get to see each other too often. But one of the times we actually went to a show, and I was 20, so I couldn't go drink. And the place we were at, the bar was in the back of the venue, and underage people weren't allowed. So, like, he made me hold his shit, and for half the show, it was just at the bar. I'm like, really?
What an asshole.
Yeah. It's awful. And then, like, he came back for the bands, and then he's like, hold on, I'm gonna go back to the bar. I'm like, how fucking drunk are you getting right now? It's like, I gotta drive you home, you know?
Yeah, not to mention, he was in, like, our parents' house.
Yeah.
You know? It's, like, rude.
Ugh.
Although,
I'm going to talk about that in another episode. We're just going to talk about really terrible exes.
Although, side tangent really quick before I forget. There's only one time I've been tanked and I've had to, like, meet someone, like, introduce myself for the first time. Oh, God, it was so bad. It was actually, when Chris and I started dating, it was the first weekend I ever spent, like, in Plymouth with him. And it was at that Cannibal Corpse and Aeon show.
Yeah.
It was, you know, it was close to him, so he came and picked me up, and then I just went back with him. And at the time, his apartment got set on fire, so he was, like, living with his boss temporarily. And he was like, oh yeah, they you could come stay, it's fine, they're cool with it. And I'm like, all right, that's cool with me.
Oh yeah, and you met them.
And I got so drunk at that show. And I met them and I was like tanked.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's like when I was getting out of his car, like my phone must have slipped out of my pocket.
Oh, it fell in the driveway?
And their driveway was like on a hill.
Yeah.
And it was like February. It was snowing, so like ice and snow. It was like buried basically.
Yeah.
And I didn't notice until I went to go pull it out because I walked in. I'm trying to be as sober as possible. I'm like, "Hi, nice to meet you." Like hitting my face, like trying to snap out of it, and I noticed like my phone was gone. I'm like, "Can you go outside and look for my phone?" I'm like, "It's not in my pocket." And I'm like, "And I had it when I left." He's like, "All right, hold on." So he left me with them for like 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
And I'm sitting there and I'm drunk and they're just asking me about like the show and like they're being so nice and like welcoming and I'm a fucking drunk mess.
Yeah.
And they're like, And I'm like, "Oh, that's probably not the best impression ever." But no, I still love them. And
But he found your phone.
Yeah, he found my phone. And it was covered in ice. I'm like, "Oh, this is not going to end well." But it was fine after that. But like, I talk about embarrassing. I'm like, I'm such a dickhead. I'm like, why did I get so... I didn't mean to get as drunk as I did.
Uh-huh.
It's like I had like a couple Jack and Cokes. And I don't know who made them that night, but I felt like I drank half a bottle of whiskey.
I know.
Like it was mostly Jack and like someone did like a little spit of Coke in there.
Yeah. It was just like a sprinkling of Coke.
Note to self, House of Blues makes their drinks very strong.
Yeah.
So,
well, whoever the bartender is at that place.
I mean, thank you, but at the same time, fuck you.
Yeah. Oh my
man.
gosh.
That was a fun night though.
Yeah. But,
Aside from that was the show where the guy tried to like roofie us.
yeah.
And I didn't tell Chris because I'm like, you know what? He's gonna get pissed and he's gonna want to go back and like beat the
Yeah.
shit out
I
of
didn't
him.
even tell our dad. He's like,
Well, he knows now.
well, we handled it, so I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. But
Yeah.
yeah. So.
But yeah, back to the exes thing. We're gonna have to do a whole podcast on that because I have dated so many terrible people. If you know like a good guy, like hit me up because
Yeah.
like I haven't found one yet.
Press one now if you are decent.
Like I thought I did, but just like, oh man, I got fucked.
Yeah,
And like I'm sure this happened to a lot of other people too, but like I really got fucked.
I know.
And it's like I don't want to go too much into it now because I'll just save it for another episode, but like you think you know someone.
Yeah.
You really think you know someone and then they go and pull some like dumb crap on you after all the shit you've been through. And it's like, man,
Yeah.
it's hard to deal with.
I know. Some people are just selfish.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't like to the point where they don't care about anyone else.
I know.
Sociopathic even.
Yeah.
So, oh God, sorry, I'm dying. Oh God, what the fuck? There's so many distractions today.
It's Comcast.
Oh God, Comcast is calling us. My phone's lighting up. The cats are yelling. Dogs are there.
Yeah.
You will not know if you understand that reference. Please become my best friend. But anyway.
yeah, other concert things. Oh God, I'm trying to think.
I know. You know what? We've been to so many. It's just like a generalization after going to so many for a while. You just kind of... There are some shows that are better than others. Some show... You know what's the most disappointing? It's like you hype yourself up for a show and it turns out to be mediocre at best.
Oh, that's the fucking worst.
And it's not even like because of the band or whatever. It's just because
you set such a high expectation.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't live up to it. And it's just... It fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Because, like, the worst, though, is, like, when you've seen a band and it was incredible, and then you go see them again, and it just wasn't that good.
You know what? That's why, and, don't come for me for this. I've never seen Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know if I've said this before on the podcast, but I'm more of a Paul Di'Anno fan. And, I mean, I love Bruce Dickinson, don't get me wrong, and I'll listen to Maiden all fucking day and night, but...
Yeah.
Apparently Maiden now, just, they're kind of, like, slowing down.
Yeah.
And even like the last 10 years or so, like it's just, I mean, it's good, but it's not like how it used to be. And like, I mean, I've seen Judas Priest and they're still great, but I'm sure it's nothing like how it was back in the 80s or whatever. And
yeah,
it's just like, they're one of my favorite, Iron Maiden's one of my favorite bands of all time. And I just don't want to go see them and have it get ruined for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And even like when we saw Faith No More, I mean, they sounded amazing. They were great. But
Oh my gosh.
I was not as close as I thought we were going to be, or I
Yeah.
wanted to be. So it kind of took away from that. And everyone else I know, like, got to go hang out with Mike Patton, and I didn't. And it made me so upset. Oh, God. And it just kind of ruined it for me. So I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever go see them again. I want to.
Yeah.
Under different circumstances.
Well,
but
I know. But because, fucking Ticketmaster is a fucking asshole, and all these people pre-order the tickets and then sell them for, 15 times the price.
Yeah.
We had to pay $500 to get 2 tickets for that when they were originally $40.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
It is bullshit. And it should be illegal. And I don't know why nothing has been done about this.
They need to do it like San Diego Comic-Con and have their own system for tickets. Like, if you ever try to get tickets for San Diego Comic-Con, you have to go through, like, a rigorous fucking ticket process just to get tickets.
It would probably be easier to get into the Pentagon than San Diego Comic-Con.
Literally, because you have to have an ID, you have to have, like, all this shit with you in order to have a ticket, and you cannot put them anywhere. Like, try to go to StubHub and find San Diego Comic-Con tickets. Mm-hmm. Like, try it. You'll get arrested.
Yeah.
So they're very strict about their tickets. And I feel like a lot of fucking artists and, like, venues should be stricter about ticket sales.
Yeah.
And, like...
Because that's why a lot of places fail, because they're not making that money in ticket sales. It's the fucking schmuck that bought them in bulk.
Yeah.
Trying to make a quick buck.
It's like those people who bought, like, the NES Classic when it came out. Bought, like, 10 of them and sold them for $1,000 a piece.
Dude, I knew a guy on Instagram who bought 40 of them.
Oh my god.
And
there
then
should have been a
resold them.
limit.
It's insane. And, like, people never got one because they had to go buy it from this fucking asshole.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck people like that. You're trying to scam someone out of money, or you're trying to rip someone off in some way. Fuck you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because it's happened to me too. Like, I do artwork. I've had my artwork stolen from people before. And, like, I never saw a cent of it, and it sucks, it really sucks.
Yeah.
So.
And then you get the guy who buys a CD from a local band and then just throws it up on fucking whatever, like YouTube or iTunes for free, and then no one buys their shit.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, I'm guilty of using Spotify and YouTube for music, but I will always buy physical copies of the CD before I do that.
Same.
So that way I don't feel guilty. It's like, okay, well, it's on here for free, but I'm gonna buy it anyways to support.
Yeah.
It's like even Bandcamp. You pay $2 for fucking, like, 10 songs.
Yeah. Might I reiterate, my buddy Tim has a record distribution website called Diabolic Force. And go buy shit from him.
Yeah.
Because it's legit, And I buy stuff from him all the time, and it's great, And I have new music constantly because of it. It may not be, like, new as in it came out this year, but it's new to me because it's like I have it.
It's new because you haven't heard of it before, so it's like a new...
Haven't heard of it or haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah.
So...
Or revisiting.
So, yeah, go buy shit from people like that. Don't fucking, buy into labels and... Well, I shouldn't say labels, but not labels. What the fuck word am I looking for? Like, people that like, scam and... Oh, Jesus. Like, bootlegs. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for. Don't buy bootlegs of things. Don't fucking give into any of that bullshit. Although, you know what? I have bought a bootleg t-shirt before. Mm-hmm. I think that's different. But, like, the music, it's like, support the people directly. Like,
I know, honestly.
how
hard? If you could justify spending $100 on a VIP concert ticket, then you could justify spending $15 on a CD.
Exactly. And it's like... a lot of the music that I buy nowadays, I buy directly from the band.
Yeah.
Like the last time I did that, I bought Ritual Decay's newest album, which is incredible to say the least. And I had to wait a while for it because they do everything themselves, but it's worth it because it's like, oh good, like they get the money, directly get the money, and then I get my shit.
Right.
Goods and services are exchanged for money and like capitalism at its finest. But it's like, I cannot fucking stand like websites like Redbubble or like Cafe Press or whatever.
Oh my god.
Who take people's like copyrighted shit and throw it on a shirt and sell it. don't ever buy anything from one of those websites.
If you respect artists and musicians and what they do, don't fucking do that.
Yeah, and don't buy, like, on eBay, like, oh, $1,000 fucking CD, but it's like you could tell someone made it themselves. It's like a burned CD.
Yeah.
It's like, don't buy that shit.
And listen, some people are going to do it regardless, but I'm telling you, if you want to, like, support anyone, please don't do that.
Yeah.
You know? Because being a musician and an artist now is fucking hard.
Yeah.
Because they don't get paid for shit for what they do. And they're so creative and innovative and, you know, talented, and people just take it for granted.
Yeah, and they need to be, you know, recognized and compensated for that, because even, like, I'm friends with a lot of, like, people and bands or whatever, and, you know, I've had, like, friends, like, offer to give me, like, free stuff or whatever, like, and it's very nice when they do, but if I can pay for it, I will.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you know how we talked about it, I don't know if it was last episode or whatever, like, tipping your waiters well.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like that's how I see it. It's like, pay the people that put in the hard work, you know? Give them what they deserve. So,
yeah.
I will always go and buy music. And although I do have a lot of digital music, I've bought it, like, on iTunes or whatever. And, I mean, that's fine. But I will almost always, unless it's, like, impossible to find, I will almost always buy a physical copy of it.
Yeah.
Period. I have so many fucking CDs just hanging out. CDs and records, and I need a new record player because mine shit the bed. But, you know, I will always go and support. And, like, you know, it's, like, good to, when you go to shows and, like, you could buy it there directly.
Yeah.
Cause
I know sometimes bands kind of overprice their shit. It's mainly talking, like, mainstream bands in, like, a venue. And you could tell. If you have to pay $40 for a t-shirt, just don't. And if it's like Metallica or Anthrax, you really don't need it because they're fine. But if you want to get it, go ahead and get it. But I'm just saying, if you see an opener band or like a smaller band, please buy their shit, even if you didn't really care for them, because I've done that. I have a lot of shit from bands that like, oh, whatever, but...
Well, I mean, it depends. You don't have to support everyone either. You know, you like what you like, but, like, you know... If you genuinely like someone, like, go buy their shit, you know? Not, you don't have to do it for everyone, but I know what you're saying. Like, if you like someone, go...
Well, make the effort, at least.
Yeah, makes, you know...
If you end up talking to anyone from the band or whatever, just, like, show a little support. Like, buying a t-shirt goes a long way for a band.
Yeah.
You know, because they're not making shit for that show. A lot of shit is pay to play now. And
well, because now a lot of it is like numbers online too.
Yeah,
you know, like, oh, how many views can we get on this video, or how many
likes
followers
on Facebook do you have, and how many people download it on whatever,
and how many people follow us on Instagram and shit. And it's just like, you know, that's like where the disconnect kind of comes, because a lot of it is online now, and that's why like physical copies of things are becoming like less and less desired, because I could just go download it. I don't need to fucking buy it. It's
no, records are kind of coming back into style. Like, a lot of people are buying records again,
even like for like big art, like Lana Del Rey and shit. Like, she has like a lot of her albums on vinyl. You're just like, okay, you know, they kind of like came back in with like hipsters and shit. But you know,
but it's kind of a good thing though, because it means people will physically buy something from the band.
I actually read something like actual physical record sales like this year have been higher than they have been in, like, they think they said 10 years.
Well, I believe it.
Yeah, it's insane. So, I mean, it's doing something for, you know, artists, but you know, it's just like, and it's funny too, because Laura and I, well, I think more so me than you, but both of us, a lot of the bands that we like are kind of like underground bands. Or they're kind of like, they're not on a major label. They're not like big bands. You know? And so it's different, because it's like, we have the ability to just like message the band directly and be like, hey, can I buy your shit? You know? Because you couldn't do that to Lana Del Rey. Like, hey girl, love your album. Let me get that shit. You know? You can't fucking do that with her. You have to go into a store and buy it. But, or online or whatever. But, you know, so it's like, it's funny because it depending, you know, still too, I think it's more like with metal especially, it's very much more like old school and like hands-on still, and like the way it was years, it has been for years. So rather than like people now. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna go download it. I'll just listen to it on YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, and we're all guilty of just going to listen to something on YouTube, but it's
Yeah.
like, if you can afford, like $150 in new clothes, you can afford a $15 CD.
Yeah.
You can afford a $15 band shirt.
Right.
Or fucking whatever. And if you're really obsessed with the band, then you should definitely support them and buy whatever you can.
Yeah, and go see them, And
Yeah.
I feel like kind of like an asshole saying that because like I haven't been to shows in a while. But
it's for a different reason.
Yeah, it's just way too complicated to get into right now. And I mean, it's various different things. It's not because I haven't, I just don't care anymore or whatever. And I think it's getting like misinterpreted as that by a lot of people. Trust me, I want to go to these things. Like the Murder Junkies were here yesterday. I wanted to go so bad, but I had so much to do and so many priorities I had to attend to. By the time I was done with everything, I was exhausted. I just want to go to bed,
Yeah.
So it like sucks. It just sucks that like, I had to attend to the life thing before the concert thing. Because it was easier to go to like shows, years ago because we were on like a set schedule and we didn't have to like worry about like other things because we were in school.
Yeah. And we had days off and we had, time for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And
even college, we had more time in college than anything.
Yeah.
Because we only went to school 4 days a week for like...
Well, I had more time after I got out of the funeral business, I
Yeah.
should say. Because when I was... forget it. It's like I barely had time to breathe.
I know.
But, I... What was I going to say? Shit. I was going to say something and you interrupted my thought.
Sorry.
What were we just talking about before that?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It's because, well... Like I had mentioned, my boyfriend passed away, and when you get severely depressed like that, you just, for like a whole year, I didn't want to do a thing. I didn't want to go anywhere, see anyone. I need to take a lot of time for myself. And then the year after that, I had to make up for the year that I lost financially and everything else. And I'm still making up for it now and just trying to like save money and get my shit together and get my life on track. And it's like, I could go to these shows, but it's like, I need to do this for myself,
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I don't support the bands any less or any whatever. It's just like,
Yeah.
I need to do this for myself. And the people that know me and understand.
Yeah. And like, it kind of did that for me too, because I mean, obviously I didn't lose a boyfriend or anything, but I was in a terrible relationship and it kind of just grew south after a while anyways. And I went to go, like, visit him, and it was so fucking... It was awful.
Yeah.
Like, to put it simply, it was fucking awful. I was treated like shit. I felt like I didn't even, like... I wasn't supposed to be there, and, like, he did nothing to make me feel better. And it's just, like, he was, like, in his own mindset. I was in my own mindset, Because I was trying to deal with a lot. I was still trying to find myself, because after years of just people... Like I mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, telling me, oh, you can't do this, oh, you can't do that. Like, it made me feel like I couldn't do anything, so I just kind of just, like, fell into a depression, too, on top of not only grieving over Chris, but grieving over, like, a lot of our family members passed in 2016.
It was a lot.
I lost a lot that year, too, so...
A lot of friends, because after that happened, we had a lot of people just, like, abandon us.
Yeah.
Which is horrible. And even to this day, like, I'm still, like, people are just dropping like flies, for lack of a better comparison.
Like, you just, like I said, you think you know someone, and,
Yeah.
It's like people are only interested, and we're friends with a lot of people in local bands, and it's like a lot of them were just interested in being friends because we went to their show.
Yeah.
And if we didn't go to their show, suddenly we were dead to them. And, like, that's not a friend.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Like, if you know someone like that, just drop them.
Yeah.
Because they're just using you, and that's not worth your time. Honestly.
Yeah, and I could see, too, like with Chris, he had a lot of friends like that because once he passed away, I heard from them, and then after a while, it's like I never heard from them again.
Yeah.
So, whatever, it just happens, it's life. So, and when you're dealing with all this shit, it's very hard to like go to shows and like enjoy yourself. I could barely like go to the movies, and enjoy myself. It was very hard for a long time.
And a lot of it too is because of our current living situation and just a lot of the factors around us right now that it's like we're suffocating right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, Lauren's car is even just fucked.
I know, my car's fucked up. Like, I can't drive more than 20 minutes without it, like, starting to violently shake.
And, like,
so I can't even drive far anymore.
And, like, we have to, like, save up for a new car, and it's like, if I go to a show, it's like, that's money I could be using for the car and a house.
That's why I haven't bought anything in a lot. Like, the most money I've spent in the last 2 years was on these microphones and all this equipment for the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, I haven't spent money on shit. Not even clothes, not even, you know, I mean, just like a few things here and there. Even, like, for our birthday and stuff, we set a budget because, God help me, I didn't have any money.
I know. We just had, like, zero money right now.
So.
Well, zero, like, extra spending money, I should say.
Yeah. Wow, this got fucking serious.
Sorry. But, you know, it's like, I feel like I had to say something because I'm sure a lot of people, like, I have friends that I would see at shows all the time, and they're like, we haven't seen you in a while. What's been going on? Well, that's what's been going on. You know, like, I've just been trying to get my life together and, like, get to a better place. And then once I'm in a better place, you bet your ass I'm going to be at every fucking thing I want to go to, you know?
Or everything that we can afford to go to and that, you know, is convenient for us at the time or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not like we don't want to go see our, like, concert friends and, like, people like that. It's just, the situation we're in right now is just very hard, and we can't really talk about it until we're actually out of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, just, like, understand. It's like, it's not anyone. It's like, no offense to, like, your local band that I don't show up, but it's just,
it's nothing personal. It's nothing against you. It's just, it's not you, it's me. You know?
It's
like,
literally, that's what it is.
Literally. So, you know, it's life. Life goes on. We're fine. Like, anyone that was wondering, like, did you die? Like, no, I'm here. I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know, like, everything's cool. It's just, we're just financially in a crunch, and, you know, just, there's been a lot going on, like, you know, having to attend to other people and, you know, shit like that. And, you know, we plan on going to shows soon.
Yeah.
Basically. Like, at least there's a few conventions we want to go to this year.
Yeah.
So, because, there's one at the casino that's happening.
Yeah.
And fucking Vinnie Vincent is going, and you bet your sweet ass I'm going. Because I have to go see him.
I know.
Him, I mean, I think he got a sex change. We don't know. We just kind of let it happen. He kind of
looks like a woman.
I mean, kind of, but is it just androgynous? Like, I don't know what is happening.
Yeah.
But Vinnie Vincent, I'm coming to see you. And then later towards the end of the year, there's a huge convention going on that we're going to, and
oh my god, Bam Margera's going, and
I'm gonna meet Tim Curry. I think, I don't know. I'm like nervous,
but like we have to meet Bam Margera. We have all of Viva La Bam on DVD. We have all the Jackass movies, which is gonna, if we even think about bringing all those, it's gonna cost a fuck ton of money.
Yeah,
because I have all the Jackass movies and then all the Jackass episodes in like a box set.
Yep.
So, oh my gosh, I have to bring so many things.
Yeah. We're going to have to bring like a fucking suitcase.
I know. Or like at least a good backpack.
Yeah.
It's like, I have like 10 things for him to sign.
Yeah.
Literally 10. It's like, I don't need a poster or anything like that. Like, here, can you just sign my DVDs, please?
It's like and you could see too, like on our DVDs, like the sleeve thing that they all sit in, it's just so worn to shit because we've watched it so many times.
Hundreds of times. Like, I was telling Megan the other day, I'm like, I think I've seen the finale of season 1 with the scavenger hunt, a million times. It's my favorite episode.
Of Viva La Bam.
Yeah.
I should clarify. That's a Viva La Bam.
When they do it with, like, the Bloodhound Gang and shit.
Yes.
I think it's the funniest thing, because I'm like, how creative, first of all.
I know.
Second of all, it was disgusting.
Yeah, oh, it's so gross. But and I mean, and I've seen like every episode of Jackass like 8,000 times.
I know. The TV show?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Every episode.
I recently just acquired all of them. Like, I just found a box set.
I mean, it's beautiful. I just love that show. I've been watching it since I was like 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
Very young. Not appropriate for a 9 or 10-year-old girl. But you know what? I wanted to watch it because there was a boy in my class that watched it. And I remember his name was Pat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thanks for corrupting me for the rest of my life. No, it's cool. But I would like sneak it on, like when it would come on at night. So like I'd have to I'd pretend I go to bed, but then I'd like quietly close my door. I had a TV in my room when I was 9 years old, just like a little tiny like bullshit TV. And I'd close the door. I would put the volume 2 decibels above mute.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to like get right up on the TV to hear it. And I would watch Jackass.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd go to bed. And then, of course, there was like some episodes that were really gross and I didn't understand. And like Steve-O like vomiting up the goldfish or whatever.
Ugh.
It like fucked me up at a young age. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah, vomit's my biggest fear, by the way.
Yeah.
If you want to like make me literally have a panic attack, just vomit in front of me.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, I can't even think about it. I can't listen to it. I can't look at it. It's just, ugh. Well, actually, no. If, like, someone has already puked and it's, like, puke on the floor, I'm just like, ugh. But if someone's actually throwing up, I can't. I have to get out of the room. I have to leave the premises immediately.
Yeah.
Like,
evacuate the premises.
I can't. I had a really bad experience with vomit as a kid and just, like, ugh. I can't look at it. I get, like, PTSD.
Yeah. So gross. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I think I said it to Chris one time. I'm like, if you took a shit in front of me, I would be less offended.
Yeah, same. Totally. You could piss on the couch and I'd be like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
If you threw up in front of me or even on me, God forbid, oh my God, I would hyperventilate. I would literally freak out.
Yeah. It's gross.
Yeah.
That's why it shows, too, you got to deal with fucking, like, drunk people puking everywhere, and it's just, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, the only time it never bothered me is, like, when I'm half in the bag myself.
Well, I know. That's why I drank at
Yeah.
shows for a long time, because I'm like, well, if I'm drunk enough, like, it's not going to bother me.
Yeah.
But if I'm, like, stone sober, like, completely sober, just, oh, fuck, man.
Yeah. Ugh.
I can't. Ugh.
I remember one time I went to a show, and it's like, I didn't see who it was, but, like, I went in the bathroom, and some girl, like, coated the bathroom in vomit.
Ugh.
It was so gross. I'm like, I'll go piss on the street. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm all set with that.
Yeah.
I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm not sitting in Vomit City right now.
Yeah. 'Cause it's
So.
one thing for it to just be there, but it fucking reeks.
I know, it's gross. And,
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's why I can't go to amusement parks anymore, really.
I know.
One time I saw a kid throw up in a bush, and I was, like, scarred for life.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's what you get for eating fucking ice cream before going on a roller coaster, you dumb fuck.
Well, no kidding. These people, oh, I'm going to eat all this food and then get on
Get on the twisty twirly ride. Like
the
fucking,
twisty twirlies.
Yeah, like fucking... Ugh, it's bad.
Yeah, but anyway, concerts are fun.
Yeah, so that's some insight into concerts. We're probably going to come back to this topic, get more
Yeah.
into, like, specific stories and, like...
Yeah, like once we actually like start going to shows again, like
Yeah.
we'll probably talk about them and stuff. And we plan on having some people on the podcast at some point
Yeah.
that are musicians. So, you know, we have one in the works right now. We haven't like fully discussed it yet, but soon it's
Yeah.
coming. So, and
Possibly another two.
yeah, and possibly another guest unrelated to music.
Yeah.
Well, I'm throwing it out there. I'm working on it right now.
Yeah.
But we might have someone else, and it's a big deal for
Yeah.
us anyway. I don't know how many people are going to give a shit, but it's a big deal for us, and that's all I care about.
Yeah.
And, you know, I shouldn't say it like that. That makes you sound like an asshole. Fuck you. I don't care what you think. No, it's a big deal. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to have some guests in the future, and it's going to be exciting, and so excited.
I know, it's so great.
So, I know we got to get, like, a new setup, so, like, we're not embarrassed to
I got
shit.
to get a different... Because we're on a TV tray right now. I got to get an actual, like, table.
Yeah. And we need another chair.
Oh, my God.
I need a chair. Does anybody have a table and a chair they can lend us?
Just, like, a little fold-out.
Just like a card table or something? Like
Yeah.
anything?
Literally anything, please.
Please hit us up and I will compensate you
Yeah.
in some way. I will draw you or something.
Draw you like one of your French girls.
I mean, literally, yes. Okay, maybe not naked, but I will draw you.
But no, you could pose. I mean, that's fine.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Draw him like Kramer.
Oh, Lord.
You know that?
No, George Costanza.
Oh, yeah, it was
Yeah.
George Costanza.
Yeah. Oh my God. Although can I just say, since you said that, I'm going to mention this. When we were kids, the dentist we would go to,
Yeah.
I mean, the dude, he had like so many cool like arcade games and stuff in the waiting room, like a dome Pac-Man thing where you could play with like multiple people is insane. But then when you went into the actual office, he had a giant, and I'm not talking about like a tiny, it was like 2 by 3 foot painting of Kramer
Yeah.
that would stare at you
It was kind of creepy.
in the chair. And I'm like, I didn't know who Kramer was. I was like 4.
Yeah.
It freaked me out. Because Kramer is not exactly a looker either.
Yeah, and then we saw Seinfeld one day. We're like, why is the dentist painting on the TV?
Yeah. The painting came to life.
Yeah. Like fucking Blue's Clues.
Yeah, and now I love Seinfeld. But because you said that fucking, I want to get it.
I know.
A recreation of it,
When
or
we get our new place, we have to get a Kramer painting.
Yes, we're gonna hang up a Kramer painting because that's what it makes.
Just
me
like
think of.
in like the most inconvenient spot too, like across from the toilet.
Yes, I was gonna say, like in the bathroom, watching you,
or across from the shower.
Yes, watching you take a shit. Yes.
Oh my god!
Could you imagine having Kramer stare at you while you're trying to take a shit, and you're just like, ugh, don't.
No, I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine it. I can't. I'm not here for it.
I remember one time I was in a bathroom somewhere, and there was like a magazine. There was a chick like on the cover, like staring at me.
Yeah, I hate that.
And I had to flip it over. Like,
you can't look at them.
Like I have stage fright.
Yeah.
I'm like I can't shit.
Really, you have stage fright?
When it comes to peeing, yes.
Oh. I don't. I used to, but I don't anymore.
I could
still. If someone was like, pee right here, I could do it. I have stage fright when it comes to shitting, though. I'd like, everyone needs to leave the house before I take a shit because I'm like, I don't want anyone to smell it.
I'm the same way. I don't even care about it. It's like, I don't want anyone to hear me.
Yeah, that's Well, for us, it's not a big deal because we've lived with each other for so long.
I mean, I literally don't care if it's you, but like if it's anyone else, I'm like, please go away.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, please. I can't.
Jesus, man.
I know.
So on that disgusting note,
yeah,
I'm glad you just listened to us like talk, you know, because we sat down to like do our podcast today, and I'm like, what are we going to talk about? You know, because we had things we were going to talk about last week, and I'm like, yeah, let's save that for another day. But like, because we touched on like concerts and stuff like last week. I'm like, oh, let's elaborate on that.
No, you didn't want to talk about concerts. I'm like, let's just talk about concerts.
I know. Well, I want to do something else, but you know, it does kind of like tie into what we were talking to.
We
last
didn't really
week.
have much of an idea, so we're like, let's just talk about concerts because like it's something we know.
Yeah,
you know. Like we're very familiar with. We have a lot to say about concerts.
Yeah.
I could still go on about just like the people we've met, the fucking some of the actual bands we've seen. Like we're gonna come back to this for sure. This is like the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah. And once we go to like those conventions and stuff, we'll talk about those too.
Yeah.
Because you know,
our experiences meeting people.
Oh dude,
I'm sure people would love to hear about the people that you know we meet.
Yeah. One of them I will talk about just really quick before we, you know, get on out of here. When I met Richard Horvitz.
Oh my
Is that
God.
how you say his name? He did the voice of Gurr on Invader Zim, and he was Daggett from the Angry Beavers.
He wasn't Gurr. He was actual.
Or he was Zim.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
sorry.
Zim.
He was Zim. And he was like one of the nicest people in the world.
Yeah.
You know? He was so funny. He did like all the voices for us, and he was like so animated, like more animated than like some of my gay friends that I know.
Yeah. He does. I think he still does voice acting classes.
Yeah, he does. I still get emails from them because he was like so charming. I'm like, I'll sign up for your shit.
Really? I didn't sign up because I don't get emails from him.
I do. I get him on my email that I don't check that often.
Oh.
But every so often I'll see like, you know, Richard Horvitz class, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I did sign up for that like 7 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
And
He was fantastic.
He was great.
He did all the voices, unprovoked. You know, sometimes like people are kind of ashamed of the characters that they play, but they still show up and they're like, yeah, I'll just make some money or whatever. He embraces it. He loved every character that he ever played, did all the voices. Because he was Billy on The Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yes.
And he was Daggett from the Angry Beavers. He was fucking Zim in Invader Zim.
I literally just said that, but yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did say that. I'm sorry. He was a lot of our childhood.
Yes.
You know, and we got to tell him that. And that was the year we dressed up like the twins from The Shining.
Yes.
And he wanted us to come back the next day and show him, and he got really excited. And then he started quoting The Shining.
Yeah, and he was like, red rum or whatever the fuck he said.
Come play with us, Danny.
Yeah.
He said it like 15 times.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I should have videotaped it. It was so funny.
He was like so excited because we were one thing, we were actual twins dressed up as the Shining twins.
Yeah.
So, and that usually doesn't happen. Usually it's like they kind of look similar. They're like best friends, but we actually did it. And we're going to redo it because our costumes are not that great.
Yeah.
One year we're going to get like legit like outfits made and
I know.
Go all out. So, yay.
Yeah.
So he was great. You know, we'll have to come back to it. We have so many like, he was so funny and like so nice, and
Yeah,
You know,
we're
like-
just giving you guys a taste, but we're gonna get in depth one day.
Oh, yes. But
So, anyway,
anyway,
so to close the show, I would like to play this song
yeah.
from, I sent it to you, I think the other day, from a band called Insomnium.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And I remember listening to them back in like 2011, but I think this album came out in 2009, 2010,
I have no idea.
something like that. It came out like a couple years before, but it was their newest album at the time. And I was like, fuck, man, this is a good band. And did we see Insomnium?
No.
I think no, we did, I thought.
No. They're coming here in like a few weeks.
Didn't we see them with Epica? I think,
Wait.
I feel like I did see them.
Did we see them? I don't know.
I don't
See,
remember.
like, this is what we're talking about. I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't
feel
think
like
so.
I feel like we did, though.
I don't think we did.
I feel like they came here with Epica.
If they did, I didn't go because I don't remember.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I love that band. They're great.
Yes.
I'm gonna put in a song from them, and that's it.
Yes.
Because I've listened to the album's called Across the Dark.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to it this week a lot. So
Also, before we go, can I just look up that fucking demo from Desolate? Make
Oh,
sure I
okay.
got the name right, because if I didn't, I'm gonna be so embarrassed.
sure.
Excuse me.
It would be funnier to just embarrass yourself, but I mean, I guess you could look.
I was right.
Oh,
The Scourge of Sanity. That's the demo, I believe. Right? Yes, that is it. Okay, I was right. Sorry.
still think it was funny if you embarrassed yourself.
Well, fuck you.
Anyway,
Oh man. All right.
I don't know what we're gonna talk about next week. Hopefully, it'll be something cool. We might even do like a game next week or something.
Yeah.
Just to switch it up a little. you
Laura
know?
and I love games.
Let us know if you want us to do a game. We're probably going to do it anyways. So let us know if you like it.
Yeah. We're just gonna play Jenga or something, and all you're gonna hear is just wooden blocks through the microphone.
No, it'll... I actually saw an interview Wednesday 13 did when he was in the Murder Dolls, and it was a Jenga interview, and the questions were written on the blocks, and when he pulled the block out, he read the question.
We could do that.
But we don't have Jenga.
Yes, we do. Everybody has Jenga, Lauren.
I swear we don't have Jenga.
It's un-American not to own one.
Well, where is it then?
It's probably downstairs somewhere.
Well, if you could find it, let's do it.
Oh my god.
And ruin our Jenga blocks.
Wait a second. Do we have a Jenga?
I literally don't think we have Jenga.
I could have swore we did.
We have every other board game in the United States, so I feel like we should, but I don't think we do.
How much is it for a Jenga?
Hold on.
Wait.
I see literally both go to our phones.
Hold on.
I'm gonna find it before you.
No, you're not. I'm gonna find this. Jenga.
$10 at Target.
Fuck you.
It's $10.
Oh, it literally is $10.
Yeah. Or Kmart if we want to be ghetto as hell.
I mean, we are writing stuff on it, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll do question Jenga.
Yeah. We have to get Jenga though, or we'll just do something else. Who knows?
Yes.
We'll figure it out.
We should do question Jenga and answer with Cards Against Humanity cards.
Oh no.
Could you imagine? It's like, what's your favorite memory? And it's like scrubbing under the folds or something.
Give us your most embarrassing moment. Guzzling Pac-Man's cum. Or whatever the fuck it was.
Pac-Man uncontrollably guzzling cum.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, God. I don't know. We'll do something to that effect next week, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, we're out.
Anyway.
Have a good week, everyone.
Yep. We'll see you soon-ish.
Yeah.
I think.
In another week.
In another
like we
week.
always do.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not on top of my game today. I am all over the place. If this episode seems a little bit like a mess, I promise we will be more together next week.
We say that every episode, and then we never are.
I know. So
Next
this is
week,
just,
tune in for the same hot mess.
you know what? I'm
Literally.
just gonna own up to it. This is just how I am, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But all right, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.